Alright, cool. Yeah, it's slightly too loud. Oh, that's why. Yeah, there we go. That level's too high. Alright, we're gonna do some morning mission dev. It's about 9 o'clock. I want to at least get one mission file done. I might work on my second one for Wednesday as well, but I want to be done by about 11, so let's see if I can, like, blitz through this mission dev. Maybe, maybe not, you know? Was there no PKM? No, it's in here. Alright, cool. Where's my basic medical box? There she is. Alright, cool. Cool. Hey, Ghost Wolf, how you doing? I need to talk to you about the DayZ server. I've just been... I'm gonna be honest, dude. I've been swamped IRL. I didn't go to bed till 2:30 last night, and I woke up at 7, which was 2 hours ago, so I'm a little cranky. Didn't get much sleep. That's mainly because of work. But yeah, we'll be doing a little bit of mission dev. This is for the 506 mission, and then if I have the time, I'll go and start developing part of the, whatchamacallit op. I'm going to run a training op tomorrow as well. I already got that announced and everything's set there. So, you know, c'est la vie on that part. Alrighto, Colonel. Have a good one, man. Hope everything works out well for you. I mean, he should be able to still be around, at least to watch for his deployment. But then again, it depends on where he goes. But nonetheless, I do wish him luck. That can always be a bit of a mess. I could have selected both and then copy pasted them and then done the override and it would have done both at the same time. Silly me. This is either going to be a really quick op or really... we'll see. Make the LC down there. I'm debating having a vanilla, like making my own faction or just having syndicate forces. Because I think syndicate will be fine for this if I just use the bandit AI. Because they also mainly have AKs. They have a few mini-me's, but I mean, I'll just avoid using the smuggler UGL kit. But everything else here should be fair game. Yeah, they also technically have mini-me's though, but I'll just use them sparingly. It's fine. So this is basically, I'm just kind of memeing around with my secret squirrel ops for the 506 until I find like a solid concept, but I know they're also having a little bit of a player shortage at the moment, so I'm just gonna meander my way around until something gets resolved. So I'm literally making like an SOG Prairie Fire style mission, but for modern day, and I just want to see what happens. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to custom template that. And then anything I copy should be good, but that's to at least set that, and then I'll just have to set green 4 properly. There is a mod in Arma 3 for armbands somewhere. I remember seeing it downloaded in my computer once upon a time, so I know of a community that did use it. I just can't recall the mod specifically at the moment. But I know it exists. But, I mean, literally just look up, I mean, hell. Usually what you do is, so I wrote headbands instead of armbands. Like, you literally just type what you want, and then Arma 3, and then Steam Workshop. Yeah, and then boom. Literally like a 5-second Google search, broski. Yeah, no, you know what would have been useful in frickin'... That would have been so useful in Dwarves freaking Op the other day. Oh, I went off on him. And then I told him at the end, like, I hope it doesn't damage our friendship, but bro, like... Come on. One of the friendly fire... We had 2 friendly fire instances in that op, and one of them wasn't his fault, but the other one... He like, literally, I watched units spawn in front of us, which I'm like, okay, you know, he's just trying to have us something to do. I appreciate that. And then immediately after, there's more people, and I'm like, I'm just gonna meme around, because if it's, you know, players, they're gonna see that and see it's a smoke grenade, and then go, oh, okay. Plus, I was on yelling, so they hear my voice. And if I say go Palsphere, that probably means I'm effing around, so they know, oh, okay, it's Liru, and I don't shoot. But no, they just... Alright, whatever. Look, Karn was right in the debrief, you know, take the op seriously, but at the same time, I can't take that shit seriously if I don't have a brief, and I don't know what the hell we're doing. But that's fine. That's fair, Ham. Honestly, going forward, if I have kits with similar PIDs, I should probably add the armband as a proper way to PID. I just haven't really had the need for it yet. And I need to go look at the polls in Discord to see what won, because like a modern day trench warfare style op with that would actually be really, really nice. But you know, c'est la vie, we'll have to see. Yeah, I didn't know if we should have shot you guys on site, too, because I'm like, oh, frick. And that's why I dislike those types of ops, because all of you got briefs, and I'm like, oh, okay. Are we going to get a brief? No? Oh, okay, we'll just... Yeah. Like, we literally... Our story was we got together to host a LAN party... and I was making LARPing Pal World jokes, and then all of a sudden, other civilian-esque people started shooting at us. And what I learned after the fact was Dwarves said that all of those guys were supposed to have, like, zombie faces and whatnot, but they didn't. And I'm like, bro, that needs to be tested. And he's like, I tested it. I'm like, no, not on my server you did, but I could have sworn, like, I put the server up for him to server-side test, and he said everything was good. But at the same time, that would come up in a server-side test. Because what I think he was doing was either using vanilla units or copy-pasting. But that would have made so much more sense with that little bit of context to have those zombie heads. And I never saw a single zombie head. Like, I know with working with Biocorp, sometimes the zombie heads don't spawn properly. I get that. But some of them still do. And we did not see a single zombie head. And I'm just like, wanted to strangle dwarves for that because I'm like, bro, please. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I'd like... Here's the thing about dwarves. He has the talent. There is no denying the fact that he has the talent to make mission files. He just lacks the experience at the moment. So I'm happy to give him a shot. I'm happy to play his stuff, even if it kind of irks me a bit. But he's learning. And I've learned from working with TSB for so damn long in the past, you really have to be tough with these newer generations of Zeuses. In the sense that, alright, you're gonna fuck up multiple times. I fucked up multiple times. The only reason I got away with it was because I frickin' have a YouTube channel. So I can at least replace the player base. But here, I don't mind if you fuck up. It's my job to, make sure the player base is still here, because that's tied to my channel. But, learn from it. And he's learning some stuff, but he's also not learning other things that he then Fs up and then changes. But he can at least build a custom compound. He can at least set a proper plot line when he puts his mind to it. He's just a little forgetful about it. And I'm like, alright, that's fine, bro. But you gotta not make that mistake again, because otherwise people are gonna start losing faith in you. And I told him, and like I said, it's everyone in debrief. I'm like, that was a really good op if we literally just cut everything out and only assaulted that as a UN team. And then we just breached in various areas, and then you used a little bit more teleporter script to potentially separate us. But that's at least so that, like every squad could do something. Like, that would have been a great op on its own, and that would have been a very good contender. But we didn't need the misdirection from the, whatchamacallit team. From the survivors. It would have been a really cool concept, but it really needed the zombie heads to work because the mis-PIDing was just nuts. And it absolutely did not need the Civ team. Like, the Civs were pointless. The only way the Civs could have worked properly was a roleplay sense of... They get extracted, and then when they get extracted, you just change to a UN guy. But then the Civs, you literally, like, throw the book at them, and then the AO that you walk through is literally, like, the Civs story of, holy shit, they got massacred. Let the Civs on maybe, like, 15, 20 minutes early, and then just don't give them any context, and then just throw them in an op, and then they have to fight to survive. That would have been killer. And then if UN gets there and there's survivors, then you just extract them. If they die, then, again, they join UN. And then there's, like a drone operator or someone waiting there to, like, organize them and then send them forward. Or if they die early, they can then jump in with the UN team with, like, ground command or something. Like, there were better ways to do it, but at the same time, Dwarves doesn't have that experience. So he wouldn't think about it. Compared to me, which, that just comes literally from 5 seconds of brainstorming. But... Again, he just needs to learn. And the only way he's going to learn is with more experience. Now, does he have a snowball's chance of hell in the current Zeus rotation? Honestly, he still does, whether he realizes it or not, because I'm going to be honest, with the first Zeus rotation, Charlotte won by a landslide. Because the other two ops were so freaking generic and literally carbon copies of, like, the easiest op you can do, which is a defense. And then Charlotte, made a custom composition and did a bunch of cool stuff with it. So, I don't think Devil and Jay-Z are going to do that. But I also know that, you know, it is still possible for me to still select dwarves because I've seen crazier things happen. Oh, shit. Hi, Charlotte. And that's good to hear. Yeah, and I agree. When you do compound stuff like that, if you have more than, like, 20 people, it's really hard to work with those 20 people, above 20 people, because the compound, it's very tight quarters-esque CQC, which is why I really like how he did the teleporter script. He was using an anomaly teleport system. But here's the thing. He should have had branching paths. He could have literally copy and pasted sections and then just, you know, literally with the same exact garrison, and then had like 2 or 3 different teleporters to go to those different sections. That way it forces ground command to separate the player base. You know what I mean? That is how you still make a compound viable for a bigger player base, and with the amount of people he had, like, that had to be done. And then what you can also do is you could even make like a super large compound and just teleport them to different sections and have them all start clearing things out. And then eventually regroup with each other, so there is a little tense moment of, wait, is that a group of friendlies? Blah, blah, blah. Again, Dwarves has talent. I am not denying that. He has very good talent. People that can whip up a custom compound like that in a week have the talent. It was just a very raw idea that needed some more refinement. The only way he's going to get that is with more experience. So I encourage Dwarves. He's still working with the 5th OML. He's doing some work with Pog. By all means, keep at it. Keep learning. Keep really pushing the envelope. But as I was yelling at him the other day, I'm like, okay, learn. I'm going to send him a copy of this VOD, actually, and then go, all right, here's a timestamp of when I started speaking about you, broski, because here's some 2 cents from a frickin', from another mission maker, from one to another. Here's what I recommend, broski. But yeah, I'm curious to see what Jay-Z and Devil do. Because I'm going to be honest, even though his op was a little disjointed, it still set a pretty decent bar. And I'm going to be honest, it's one of those Zeuses where, you know, I'm a little shaky about him giving him the job now. But next rotation, oh my god, I want to see what the hell he comes up with the next rotation. You know? And he even told me, like, yeah, you know, I wasn't really that comfortable with that concept, so that's literally just something I randomly came up with. I'm like, that's very good for that. I mean, there's plenty of times in my community where I've had to come up with shit on the spot because y'all vote for some of the weirdest, stupidest shit. Or you give me a suggestion, and I'm like, I have no idea how the fuck to do that. And then the player base votes for it, and I'm like, well, fuck, alright. We're gonna do this then. Haha, anyway. Yeah. Anyway. I'm not gonna admit to you which ops those were, but if you compare if you compare what I've done with other stuff, you can clearly tell which ops I really focused on because I knew what I was doing, and which ones I kind of just half-assed because I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this. Please. You know, looking at this AO, this is probably gonna be... I could probably swing 90 minutes out of this. It depends how fast they go and how quickly I pin them down. It's just the 506, they're either very, very efficient, or they just get slaughtered. And I'm like, is this the same player base? What's going on? Yeah, again, I could have just selected both symbols and set the color. That would have saved me a few seconds. Actually, I need another Dishka. Tributes general, set those to hostile. I mean, that's a 2.5 kilometer gauntlet. I'll need to spawn infantry in at a platoon level, but nah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, actually, I forget how many fudge heads I can fit in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I can do 12 total. I think it's 8, 9 with the co-pilot seat. Oh, no, it's 12 total. Yeah, no, so it's 11. Oh, that should be fine. Stay in the damn chopper, goober. And I can garrison with Horizon. Yeah, because they're all non-arrow shit anyway. Yeah, and I can also do boat stuff with this as well for funsies. Yeah, why not? Hydrate. Nah. Yeah, exactly, Devil, exactly. And again, I'm curious to see what you and Jay-Z come up with, but I'm also going to keep in mind that this is a very tough concept that's hard to execute, so unless anyone does it flawlessly, again, he's not out of the race. Like, he still has a good chance, because I'm not going to hold that against people. I'm not going to garrison every single little spot here, just... Ah, that 3 hours of sleep is starting to catch up with me. This mission is basically... How would I give the easiest TLDR? U.S. forces coming in and assisting a local government with an insurgency problem, but this is literally just an excuse for me to have a Vietnam-style operation with modern-day gear, because that's the easiest for the 506 to understand. All right, Rat Pick. If you need more maps, just shoot me a DM. I can shoot you a list of 2 compilations, one on the Steam Workshop and one on the Bohemia forums that people still maintain. I think the latest map everyone's been using is Samava for some silly reason. It's a good map, but it's just gonna get overplayed to death at this rate. I'm just gonna call this Namer as my project effort. Yeah. Just gonna make a custom template. Yeah, Samava, however you say that damn thing. No problem, Rat. Always happy to help. It's gonna yell at me for not having Fudgehead McGee loaded, but that should be fine. You're not running the OVG mod. Yeah, it's because it got out of rotation, but dependencies, force load, and then I need to go grab the units, the spawn point, arsenal, and I can literally just pick and choose what the hell I need. Yeah, should we get it? Napalm 2.0, yeah, right. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that shit. That or Super Takano. But yeah, Chaos 3 campaign's finished. Took me long enough. I took like 3 days off, which is why it ended up being only finished in 2024. It should have been finished by November with my original timeline, but I don't know. Wednesday just became a mess for whatever silly reason. Alright. Role description, 1. I'm just gonna make him CIA. I mean, it's generic. At this point, do you care, wee woo? Do you care? The answer is no. Wee woo is a little EP. Yeah, that's what 3 hours of sleep does to a man who normally gets at least 8 to 10 because of depression. Ha! Love it. Where's the banana? We ban bananas in our arsenals. That's how we get the secret full arsenal. You ban the banana. Banana, na 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 na. Can you tell I'm out of it? Hey, Sixor, how you doing? Alright, we grab that, and then... give me a nice suit. Why do I have that? Oh my god, what happened to my face? Bro. Oh my god, I have a little bonnet too. Jeez. Sometimes Wee Woo really lets himself go in these scenarios, man. Early morning. Yeah, I'm only getting this one mission file done. I guess I do need to take a map because my body has decided to shut down. Alright, I need to tab out, put some files in the mission folder. Oh yeah, we're gonna eventually have the Skyward and Wolverine for that. We'll see if RHS adds it. If not, maybe USAF. Who knows? Space these out a little bit more so they don't hit each other, even though that'd be kind of funny. Yeah, space them like that. Setting them to careless old fire, yada da. From the Zeus side of things, I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Let's do a quick test. Oh, I need to take the one out for the CIA operative. I think that was just... Oh, I should probably give us all maps. That would be smart. Oh, I didn't unpath you chuckleheads either. So many mistakes. Yeah, it should be good. Okay. One issue at a time. What the hell? That. Let's set their pathing, and then give me some 113s. They're going to be quote-unquote commandeered. Where's my gunner? What do you mean rear gunner? I don't need a rear gunner. I need... Oh my freaking god. Get in the gun. The gun. The gun. The gun. The gun. Why is there no... What the fuck? I don't want the up-armored one, but if the frickin' regular one doesn't freaking work, then I guess we have to do the up-armored one. It's gonna be Turkish. What the fuck? The gun! The gun! This job is really stressful, Mr. Krabs. Okay, 240. I mean, I don't care. I just give me a working freaking model, please. The gun. The gun. The gun. The gun. Are we retarded? The gun. Okay, no 113s then. F it. I'm too lazy to re-arsenal the units in. That's probably how I would do it if I could be bothered, but... Honestly, what I've learned with Arma 3 Dev is if it's being super freaking janky to make it work in the first place, it's going to be super freaking janky in the operation anyway. I could probably set them in Zeus, but again... I've also had AI like this, like, if you ever see me, like, make a custom crew for, like, a BMP2 or a BMP1, you'll sometimes, or even the BTR-80 Alpha, they'll jump out of the slot. And it makes it pointless anyway, because I'd love to have the AI use the PKTs on the BMD models, you know, the two little side PKTs, but they always jump out of it rather than using it. So it's like, well, screw me then. Guess no PKTs for us. And then this is a working arsenal, right? Cool. Why do I not hear shooting? Literally the worst gate guard ever. Ah, whatever. F you. Anyway, alright, everything works. I'm trying to think. I need ace settings. So I need to go and get those from the other mission file, and then it's ready. Probably Everett. It might be that middle commander seat that he was sitting down on the opposite seat of, but you know what? At this point, I don't care. The lid. 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 Yes, I know. I'm literally here for one thing. And one thing only. Your sweet, sweet add-on settings. That have my version of stamina instead of the 506's version of stamina, because that's poo-poo. Because I love walking 100 meters, not even 100, 75 meters, and then having to take a nap. And then going 75 meters and having it... Granted, again, for the context, it's good for slowing down an entire group of 60 players that bulldoze everything. So I get why they have it in context. In that, it's not poo-poo, because it gives the Zeus's time to, you know, make sure it's an action-packed op without taking out half the map. But for, like, 12 people tops, don't need it. Don't need it. No, the side relations are fine. It's just AI detection can be weird when the AI are just standing there not looking at each other, because when you actually look at and experiment with the AI in certain situations, whether they're moving, not moving, crouched, prone, standing, running, walking slowly, you start to see that there are a few flaws with the AI's detection, which, not gonna lie, we completely exploit when we play the SOG Prairie Fire stuff on Sundays with RT Columbia, and it's super fun. But that's also how you get it, so you can literally be within like 15 meters of the AI, and they don't detect you. And you just let them walk off. Like it never even happened. Alright, cool. That's set, that's set. That's saved. Set to multiplayer. Awesome. I'm gonna go ZZZ. I don't know, Mac. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap. See you guys later. We'll be back later today for High Command. That's in 5 hours, 15 minutes, I think. Cool. I can take a 1 hour nap. Ha! F.